what is it's fair for him to expect of every one of us that we are sincere and we try our best. And like Brother Bilal said, your iman may go up and down. For the brothers in here, some days you may feel really, really confident wearing Islamic clothing, go out there with your big beard and everything like that. And other times you may not. You may work in an environment where it's going to be a struggle for you. It's going to be a stress for you. It will come at a cost that you are not able to pay right now, right? And Allah knows. So what I would say is that whatever you've got going on the outside, this is for brothers and for sisters, let it be a reflection of what's happening on the inside. So it's never about the hijab. It's about the iman that made you cover for the sake of Allah. It's not about the beard. It's about the iman that made you grow it for the sake of Allah and out of love for the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You know what I'm saying? And that is really, really important, because otherwise what happens is those of us who've converted to Islam, we can fall into what I call performative deen. And yes, iman is your faith, right? It's your faith and your values and your belief that makes you cover in whatever way you're covering. The cover is the byproduct. It is not the end goal. It's from what's happening within you. Yeah, as the brother is saying, about the modesty, it's from within. That's how it should be. So work on that, work at perfecting that, growing that, and allow that to be apparent on you, rather than feeling, okay, I guess I'm supposed to do this and I'm supposed to do that. Let me do it. Because when we do that, that is when we have to pay the price for that thing. It's very heavy for us, because we didn't do it necessarily with the right understanding or for the right reasons. We just did it because we thought that's what was expected by the people. And the best reason to do anything in the deen is out of love of Allah, for the sake of Allah, not because of the people, not because of the community that you're in, not because people will talk about you if you don't, but for Allah's sake alone, inshallah. May Allah knows best.
Somebody's posted some Zulu. It's a sister who's Liberian heritage. Sawubona. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yeah, Sawubona, yes.
What does that mean?
It just means hello, actually.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Sawubona. Cool. Is it? Do you have any other general advice for those new to Islam and those even considering Islam?
That piece of just concentrating on your sincerity and your effort, that's the biggest thing. And again, I know that for many of us there is a pressure, especially if you're one of the few converts in your community. People won't always understand. People may expect things of you that for them are easy, and they don't really understand how much it's costing you. Again, I go back to that. Yeah. So for you, you're the one that needs to be strong. You're the one that needs to develop that connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're the one who has to become grounded in your knowledge, so that whatever you do, you're doing it from a place of strength and sincerely for the sake of Allah, not to please the people, not to make them not say whatever about you, not for them to accept you or applaud you. Because with reverts, with converts, that can happen sometimes. We can become a bit tokenized by our communities. People feel like, especially, certain demographics, it's almost like, yeah, a win for Islam, so-and-so became Muslim. And like I said before, some of us can fall into performative Islam, performative deen, where we're doing things because we know that the people expect that of us. But what we need to understand is, as quickly as you spin in, you spin out. And if you're not grounded in your sincerity first and foremost, and then just the pieces of knowledge that you need to be able to do that thing with certainty for the sake of Allah, that's the important thing. And understanding that it's your journey. And most of the people who are, mashallah, from a good place, advising you, admonishing you, encouraging you, or judging you, whatever it is that they're doing, they're working with what they have available to them. If they were born Muslim, they do not know what it's like to not have been a Muslim. They don't know what it's like to change your religion. They don't know what it's like to change your way of life. They've got no idea. So they may not get it all the time. And as a result, they may not behave in the most helpful way. But again, going back to your own journey and remembering that this journey that you're on is back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not to do with the people, it's to do with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and trying to maintain your sincerity and your striving. Those are the two things, the sincerity and the striving. You know, have good friends, you know, grow your knowledge, do as much as you can and keep trying to improve to become better than you were 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, however long it was, you know, a week ago, you know. But again, sincerely striving and understanding that this is your journey, and don't compare it to anybody else and say, oh, well, she, you know, he's a revert and he did this, or she's a convert and wow, look at it. No, it's your journey. And that's what you need to focus on, because that's all you're going to be questioned about, is what you did with what you knew, not what anyone else had to say. And